Greetings, mathematicians. All right, there we go, auto zoom. We are on 24L, 24R, and today we are looking at fractional products. That's going to be our short definition for the table of contents. If you need to, pause, otherwise stick with me. I do have some of this already filled out because I was recording, and then my doorbell rang, and then it got weird and kind of lost my place. So here we are. Unit 3, Lesson 3, multiplication with fractional solutions. Today's date should be the 29th. Our objective, I will predict when products will be fractional by observing the relationship between factors. Read it with me. I will predict when products will be fractional by observing the relationship between factors. So let's break it down a little bit. In our last lesson, we talked about products being the answer to multiplication problems. And let's see, fractional meaning less than 1. And for observing, we're going to be using our note-taking symbol of glasses because we have to actually look at and analyze why the relationship can determine the answer. All right, let's scoot on down. This is where all my work kind of got ruined. All right, 1/7 of 2 and 1/7 of 21. These are two different problems with similar parts. Both problems, both examples have 1/7 as the first factor. The second factor, I have 2 and I have 21. Think about this. Is 2 bigger or smaller than the denominator? Excellent. What about 21? Is 21 bigger or smaller than the denominator? Well, if we're making that observation, size will direct us. So if it's bigger, the answer is going to end up another way. If it's smaller, it's going to end up another way. But we can use the equation we came up with yesterday, whole number divided by divisor times numerator. Or we can simply just go 1 times 2 is 2. 7 times 1 is 7. The answer is 2/7. So is this a fractional product or a whole number? That's right, it's fractional. Let's look at the second example and let's go to that first solution. 1 times 21 is 21. 7 times 1, 7. Also a fraction. However, what kind of fraction is it? It's improper. Now, a couple of lessons ago, we talked about dividing down. We're going to start in the top and work our way down. So 21 divided by 7 equals 3. Here we have a whole number. So if the answer is bigger, we will end up with a whole number. If the whole number is smaller than the denominator, we will end up with a fractional answer. So let's see, we slide this up. What we can do is we can come up with a rule here. And the rule goes one of two ways. When the whole number is bigger, the product will be a whole number. Another rule. and the whole number. Smaller. Product will be fractional. Now, oops, I believe that's just out of frame. So it always has to do the relationship between the whole number and the denominator, the whole number and denominator. Bigger whole number compared to the denominator, we're going to have a whole number. We might even have a mixed number as the answer. When it is, the whole number is smaller than the number being divided, or the denominator, we're going to end up with a fraction. All right, let's put this theory to the test. And let's add a little visual to this. So 1/6 of 4 can be written as 1/6 of 4, or 1/6 times 4. And we can figure this out. So if the whole thing is worth 4, we need to cut it into 6 pieces. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 pieces of this whole thing that should equal 4. So let's go the old route. 1 times 4 is 4. 6 times 1 is 6. So each one of these pieces is 4/6. All right. So here I've got 4. Let's try just a step to the left. Let's see if I have 4. I'm dividing into 6s, and each one is worth 4/6. So let's use that whole number divided by denominator times numerator to get our product. I'm saying 4/6 times 4. So let's add those up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8, 12, 16. It equals 16 over 6. Let's divide that down. 16 divided by 6 is 2. What's the remainder? 4/6. So 2 and 4/6, or 2 and 2/3. Either one is correct. Either one of those 3 would be correct. All right, let's try our hypothesis from earlier. Let's use the same numerator. And remember, let's go. Well, we did one where it was smaller and we ended up with a fraction. Let's try a bigger numerator. Let's go with 24. Let's go with that. So now my bar is worth what? Here my bar was worth 4. Here my bar will be worth 24. How many pieces? 6. Let's split it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. All right. Let's figure it out. What is each piece going to be worth? So let's do divide by d times n equals product. So whole number, 24 divided by 6. 24 divided by 6 is 4 times 1. We end up with 4. So each piece should be 4, 4, 4, 4, and 4. Let's double check. 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus 4 is 12. Plus 4 is 16. Plus 4 is 20. Plus 4 is 24. We made it. Awesome. So our product here is 4. Is that fractional or a whole number? It's a whole number. All right. So I hope you can see as we observe that relationship between whole number and denominator, we will be able to predict what the answer is. Now, our second example here is an outlier. What's the difference between 1/6, 4/6, and 1/6? This is not a unit fraction. So we had to take a couple extra steps because it wasn't a unit fraction. You will get to practice this skill in Think Central. Thanks for joining me.